Hey guys, it's Liam Catterson here, and we're reacting to the third movie of the Harry Potter franchise, which is titled The Prisoner of Azkaban. Of course, that area was mentioned in the last movie when the whole kerfuffle with the heir of Slytherin was pointing against Hagrid's favour, and he was arrested. Thankfully, he was released once Harry battled Tom Riddle, and it will be very, very interesting to see the significance of that area play into this movie. So, I do want to talk about the characters in the review portion after this movie, because I feel like I want to discuss more about the characters. Hermione is still my favourite character of the entire franchise so far, even though she didn't have much involvement in, I guess, the second part of the last movie because she was paralyzed. She's still a very, very wholesome, amazing individual, and I do hope that this movie kind of makes up for it. So, but I will be talking about some characters in this movie, surely, after this movie, surely, because I want to, because with a franchise like this, I feel like it's best to talk about my feelings towards certain characters. So, and I feel like the third movie is a good point to start exploring deeper feelings regarding my sentiments to certain characters. So I'm pretty excited about this movie because the first two have really impressed me. I am slowly but surely being pulled into the Harry Potter franchise and starting to embrace it more and more, because I do feel like the second movie may have been better than the first movie. I think the first movie was just laying the starting foundations for this franchise, and the second movie helped expand on that massively. It might have been a bit long, which for me is not really a problem. As long as the movie is still really, really good. I really have no problem with that, and it was really good. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this movie. So with that said, let's get into Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Let's go. I would just be like, why the fuck did you wake me up?
Maxima. Lumos Maxima. Lumos Maxima.
That's surely gonna get the uncle to stomp up the stairs.
You see it all the time with dogs. If there's something wrong with the bitch, then there's something wrong with the pup. Shut up! Shut up!
Okay, you've crossed so many lines that the line is unrecognizable anymore.
Let me tell you.
Oh, I think we call this... Oh!
Don't you dare! Sorry.
Oh! Enjoy the flight! Really deserved. I think we can all be in agreement.
Try me.
They won't let you back now. You've nowhere to go.
I don't care. Anywhere's better than here.
That's it. I'd rather be living in the skip than in this shithole. If I were Harry. There she is. That's a big boy. Wait, was that bus invisible? Oh, so those who remember, like, my discussion about how I infamously rejected Harry Potter when I was younger, I think this was one of the things I vaguely recall.
The Leaky Cauldron. That's in London.
Speedy bus.
The Leaky Cauldron. That's in London.
The Leaky Cauldron. Hey, if you have the pea soup, make sure you eat it before it eats you.
What the heck? This bus is on something.
That man.
Who is that? Who is... That is Sirius Black.
Azkaban prisoner.
Don't tell me.
Oh god, is this a mimic? Well, I don't think it's a mimic, but it looks like a mimic. No, no, no. Why would you have a book like that?
And that is why he has escaped from Azkaban.
Oh, shh.
Find you.
And kill me.
Harry, I want you to swear whatever you might
Good on,
hear, looking for
good on him for telling Harry the full
Mr. Weasley,
beans, because he
Why
deserves to
would I
know.
go looking for someone who wants to kill me?
I think he's dead, the guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. So he was draining, like, his life force, like, depriving him from his soul. I don't... Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Here, eat this. It'll help.
Who's this guy?
It's all right. One of the guards of Azkaban. It's gone now. He was searching the train for Sirius Black. If you'll excuse me, I need to...
Well,
have a little
Harry
word
doesn't
with the
look
driver.
like Sirius Black, so... Plot twist. Sirius is Harry from the future.
Eat. You'll feel better.
who's kindly consented to fill the post of Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
Dumbledore
Good luck,
looks...
Professor.
He's the one that saved Harry.
Cool,
But
that's why I
Dumbledore,
need to give you the chocolate, Harry.
Dumbledore looks different.
Is it true you fainted?
No reason to harm you. It is not in the nature of a Dementor.
So was Sirius on the train when... I mean, they were hunting for him, but...
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times.
Dumbledore with the wise words.
To turn on the light.
You're gonna break the other paintings right after the glass.
Amazing!
That's cheating! That's cheating!
Not major.
Oh. Nope. Nope. But I am sensing like a darker vibe with this movie. Like the camera work, the lighting. It all seems a bit darker than in previous movies. Not complaining, but you just get that sense of a darker vibe.
Aura is pulsing, dear. Are you in the beyond? I think you are.
Sure.
Look, tell me.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Why does she remind me of Hanji from Attack on Titan?
That's trials and suffering, and that there could be the sun. It's an omen of death.
Delightful. Delightful.
You don't think that grim thing's got any...
Trelawney is mad.
Don't be silly, Ronald. How could anyone be in two classes at once? Broaden your minds. Use your inner eye to see the future.
That's it, come on now. Come closer.
You know
Let's
what?
talk even dope, mate.
Like, my favourite characters have their flaws.
A great lesson.
Yeah, I'll take it. As a D&D player who loves his divination magic, as a wizard, yeah, I'll take it.
Slow down, Harry.
Mmm.
Now let him come to you. That's it. Slowly down. Slowly. Slowly. That's it. Yes. Well done. Oh.
Oh man, this is nice. This is great. Like the camera work, the landscape, it's beautiful.
Dangerous at all, are you? You great ugly brute.
No.
You, oh, Malfoy, you idiot!
What? Buckbeak? Oh, you silly creature.
Oh, it's killed me. It's killed me.
Calm down.
You
It's just a
son!
scratch.
Hagrid! Oh, he has to be taken to the hospital.
Jeez. I'm laying on my Sirius Black as Harry. No, it's a joke, but just watch it turn out true.
Think.
Nicholas!
Wonderful, Devil, wonderful, incredible. Okay.
Oh man!
Everyone form a line.
I love the counteract. Why could it not be follow the butterflies?
Wander the ready, Ron. Wander the ready.
Ridiculous!
I don't know what mine would be.
Ridiculous!
Wow.
Relive our very worst memories. Our pain becomes their power.
Oh wow.
I think it was my mother.
Yeah, it would be.
Who actually was
Losing.
murdered.
That would be his worst.
You know, the very first time I saw you, Harry, I recognized you immediately. Not by your scar, by your eyes. They're your mother, Lily's.
Rumor has it, he passed on to you.
You're more like them than you know, Harry. In time, you'll come to see just how much.
Oh, that was really beautiful. I'm loving this dude so much. He's gonna die, isn't he?
On recognizing it.
Sir, it's Quidditch tomorrow.
Then I suggest you take extra care, Mr. Potter. Loss of limb will not excuse you. Page 394. Werewolf
I love Snape
is a
so much.
contraction of the Anglo-Saxon word were, which means
He's a hard ass, but
wolf, werewolf, man, wolf.
I don't like you.
Several ways to become.
Uh-oh. I was gonna say, are they playing Hufflepuff? Because I think they have a yellow scheme. Bloody hell!
Arresto momentum.
In his study, pacing, does that a lot.
So you mean this map shows
Wow!
everyone?
Everyone, where they are, what they're doing, every minute of every day.
Brilliant.
It's like a
Every day,
game
pick different
map
buildings
where you
up.
see your enemies moving.
First year. Now listen, there are 7 secret passageways out of the castle. We'd recommend this one.
The one-eyed witch passageway. It'll lead you straight
The
to
twins, I love them.
Be best hurry. Filch's heading this way.
Oh, and Harry, don't forget.
Ooh, not very friendly. Boys, I think it's time we teach Weaselby how to respect his superiors.
Oh, go and stuff yellow snow down your throat.
Filthy little mudblood.
Go on, Harry.
Who was that?
Went into hiding. Few knew where they were. One who did was Sirius Black. And he told you knew who.
Not only did Black
Oh,
lead you know who to the Potters that night, but he also killed one of their friends, Peter Pettigrew.
Peter Pettigrew? Yes, little lump of a boy. Always trailing after Sirius Black.
So Sirius
Never let James and Sirius out
went
of his sight.
full insanity there.
Peter Pettigrew tried to warn the Potters and might have managed to had he not run into an old friend. Sirius was. Bess, Sirius Black was and remains to this day Harry Potter's godfather.
What the wait! Wait, his godfather screwed over Harry's parents.
He was their friend.
He betrayed them.
Betrayed them. He was their friend! I hope he finds me. Because when he does, I'm gonna be ready. When he does, I'm gonna kill him.
Shit. Holy shit. That was, Ooh.
Expecto Patronum! Expecto Patronum!
Yes! Let's go!
And then he asked for the worst, did old Lucius?
I'm not sacking you.
Though I'm not sacked. Buckbeak's been sentenced to death.
I want to punch Lucius in the face. This was Malfoy's fault to begin with because he was being reckless.
Messrs. Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs offer their compliments to Professor Snape and
Go on.
request that he keep his abnormally large nose out of other people's business.
What? Insolent little
Professor.
Oh, beautiful!
Out for a little walk.
Harry's not
in
taking
the
this.
moonlight, are we?
Professor, just so you know, I don't think that map always works. Earlier on, it showed someone in the castle. Someone I know to be dead.
Oh, really? And who might that be?
But you heard him as well.
Pettigrew.
Like you heard the...
That's not possible.
Just what I saw.
Betrayed his friends whose heart rots with murder shall break free. Innocent blood shall be spilt, and servant and master shall be reunited once more.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear boy. Did you say something?
She was... Oh, great. Well, that's a great warning.
Nothing. I want to see the show.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no!
Come on, Hermione.
It's not worth it.
No, I want him to see him turn into a toad. I will rip him apart. Oh! She's a queen!
Quick! Run!
Want to keep a closer eye on your pets, Ron.
I think that means you owe someone an apology.
Right.
Pretty much.
Next time I see Crookshanks, I'll let him know.
I meant me.
Blimey. What was
God
that?
damn.
Ow!
What the fudge? I hate the Malfoys. I hate them. I venomly hate them.
Realize what tree this is?
That's not good. Ron!
Ron, let's move!
Harry, Hermione, run!
Yeah, it's here. It's serious, isn't it? Shit! I mean, I know it's for defense purposes, but why do we have this tree? This is the worst amusement ride ever.
Well, Sirius, looking rather ragged, aren't we? Finally, the flesh.
I had a hot second where I thought Lupin was gonna betray him.
Well, you'd know all about the madness within, wouldn't you, Remus?
Oh no. Are you kidding me?
I understand.
Let's kill him.
No!
Are you kidding me?
Did you?
Let's kill him.
Wait!
I did my waiting. 12 years of it. In Azkaban.
Shit.
Somebody who, until quite recently, I believed to be dead.
Who was it then?
Peter Pettigrew.
Yes!
He's in this room right now.
But
Come on, Peter. Come out and play.
Ooh.
Imagine what that must be like to endure. It's said to be nearly unbearable to witness, but I'll do my...
Was it literally a kiss of death?
Severus, please.
After you.
Expelliarmus!
Oh!
Curiously long life for a common garden rat. He's missing a toe, isn't he? So what?
All I could find of Pettigrew was...
He's been scabbers all this time.
Everyone would think he was dead. And then he transformed into a rat.
Show me.
Wow. And there was the little
Give
patters.
in to him. Together. No!
Harry,
It's
this
not-
man...
I know what he is. But, we'll
But
take
it's
him
not
to the
you.
castle.
Bless you, boy.
Serves justice.
Bless you.
No, he's
Get
got to
off.
serve the proper justice.
I said we'd take you to the castle. After that, the Dementors can have you.
There we go.
Dog. In fact, more than once, James suggested that I make the change permanent. The tail...
So he was going for Ron because he was going after the rat. What? What the hell?
But if you ever wanted a different home...
Come and live with you.
Well, that's just a thought. I can understand if you don't want to.
Harry!
Well, I mean, if he's completely innocent. Oh no. Snape! Bloody hell, serious! We got a dogfight! Oh boy. Is that a human? Sounded like someone, yeah. Go on, Harry! Oh no. Shit! Wow! A bit late to the party.
When in doubt, I find retracing my steps to be a wise place to begin. Good luck.
This son of a bitch. He's hell. I've said it once and I'll say it again. He's an absolute dude and an absolute legend.
No, going to Hagrid's?
Come on, and we can't be seen.
Hermione!
We've just gone into time travel mode for this movie.
This is how I've been getting to my lessons all year.
You mean we've gone back in time?
Yes.
Wait, is this
Dumbledore obviously wanted us
what
to
Ron
return to this
mentioned?
moment.
About how did she get here?
Clearly something happened he wants us to change.
Good punch.
Thanks.
We have to get a action replay of that punch.
Malfoy's...
Ow!
That hurt. Sorry.
I love that, where they cause little things like someone snapping on a twig, or, yeah. gonna say I love the ticking as well.
Services are no longer required. Thank you.
Find no small glasses in this house.
And that was the execution. He's just busy chopping up pumpkins, getting that rage out.
That someone made the Dementors go away.
With the Patronus, I heard Snape telling Dumbledore. According to him,
Said Harry's dad.
only a really powerful wizard could have conjured it.
It was my dad.
What if it
My
wasn't?
dad who conjured the Patronus.
But Harry, your dad's
Dead, I know. What are you doing?
saving your life.
I love. Okay, everything in the background.
Coming for us.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Fake! I want Buckbeak. I want a Buckbeak.
That was so scary.
Oh, Professor Lupin's having a real serious.
You're dying. Both of you.
It's you. It's you. It's. There we go.
Expecto Patronum!
Holy shit! This movie.
And you can always find in here.
I'm serious. Oh, he's gonna take
You really
Buckbeak.
are the brightest witch of your age.
Thank you, Sirius.
Well,
He's free. We did it.
did what?
You just spoke to them a second.
I know. Honestly, Ron, how can somebody be in two places at once?
You're cruel. You're cruel. You guys are cruel. So there's a tree. Like the poor birds. I need a waypoint, like to avoid the tree.
This came with it.
Go on, Harry. Yeah, let's see.
Sirius is amazing. So where do I begin to start with that movie? It was well done. It was incredibly executed. The dark themes really aided in the execution of this movie. I thought it was done superbly well, especially with Sirius's escape and how he was presumed to have been this evil entity who betrayed Harry's parents for Voldemort. And not just that though, but the Dementors and the final fight as well. Against Lupin in his werewolf form and Sirius in his dog form. I think, as well as the Dementors coming after Sirius and Harry, I thought the darkness, the dark environment, it was a great pillar in terms of the execution for this movie. The emotions was really well done. I really loved some of the scenes, some of the heartfelt scenes, especially Lupin talking about Harry's parents to him on when Harry couldn't go on that field trip. I thought that was a really beautiful scene, as well as Harry when he found out about Sirius being his godfather and how he thought at the time that Sirius betrayed his parents, and he was hell bent on getting I wouldn't say revenge, but he wanted everything to unravel before he got justice. But thankfully, he didn't get the justice that he was wrongfully wrongfully going to be given. And he escaped. And that's what I liked with the time travel aspect. They didn't necessarily replace any events. Like, time travel in this movie worked supremely well in the aspect that you didn't alter the timeline, and we don't have this alternative timeline we're living in. Instead, we have things going according to plan, but stuff happened in the background where the first time around we could lead to assumptions on what that could be, like the twig snapping in that like little grove. That could have been Sirius. But it wasn't. That was Hermione, and the execution. The executioner didn't lob off Buckbeak's head. It was the pumpkin. So I really loved how the stuff we don't necessarily see, they have explanations. They are not like we. Even the most sincere, even the most serious moments, like Buckbeak's execution, there is a leeway without altering the timeline. So I really liked that, and it was a surprising element. So I really loved this. I did say at the beginning, though, I wanted to talk about some of the characters. I'll talk about it briefly because I do want to gloss over other parts of this movie that I do enjoy, and I don't want to draw out the discussion for too long, especially because I've got videos to edit as well. So, Hermione continuing to be my favorite. Her punching Draco, brilliant, just satisfactory, especially since he got Hagrid and Buckbeak in hot water with the fact that he over-exaggerated his injury, because this is the thing, he approached the bird in a hostile manner without caution. This was on him, if anything. This was his own doing. And he played it out as if he was the victim, as if the animal, as if he was minding his own business and the animal attacked recklessly. It wasn't the case, and I just wanted him kicked in the face. So Hermione punching him was just beautiful. It was just bliss. And I really liked when we went to that, reverse time segment that we got, and Hermione was there, just witnessing what she did, and that was pretty glorious. But Sirius did make mention about how she'd make a pretty good witch. She would. She's an amazing character, and if anything, she's the head of the group in terms of if Ron is the heart of the group, she's the head, and Harry's a bit of both. Because Harry's both intellectual, he's very, very much gifted. He's not completely a dunce, but he also has a lot of heart. He has that passion. So he kind of bleeds in between. Whereas if I'm going to associate one side to the group, I would say that Ron is the heart of the group, especially with his defiant attitude and how he was quick to make friends with Harry, and how humbling he is. He's a bit of a joker, yes, and that's what makes him very, very heartwarming is his humorous attitude. But he has a heart of gold inside of him, whereas Hermione, she does have a heart of gold as well, but she is more known for her intellect. She's often put down because of her intellect. We had Snape lecture her for being a Miss Know-it-all, but she loves to offer her thoughts. She likes to express her knowledge, and she really delves into the educational value of things. So whereas Ron can be a bit of a goofball, he can be slacking, but he has a lot of heart. Like I said, he was one of the first people to be so welcoming of Harry straight away, and he's very, very caring as well. And I think it works well that both Hermione and Ron have associate to one side, because it seems like a ship is blossoming between them two. They held hands, and I'm like, I'm watching you. I am watching you become a thing. So, yeah. So I really think that they both associate to those regions. Dumbledore is a champion. He is amazing. I really like. In previous movies, he was very much like lenient to Harry's schemes, in terms of like Harry's going to solve this situation, follow the spiders. Like Hagrid was say, you have to follow the spiders, and Dumbledore knew that Harry was hiding out, and he was pretty much accepting on it, because he knew that Harry was going to solve what was happening with the Chamber of Secrets. Like in this movie, he gave Hermione the ammunition she needed to suggest go back in time and make sure that more than one life does not get executed wrongfully. Of course, talking about Buckbeak and Sirius. So yeah, but I really love how lenient Dumbledore is. A bit of a note, I did notice in this movie that Michael Gambon now plays him. I had a little search, nothing that exposed spoilers. And Richard Harris sadly died. So yeah, I guess they had to recast Dumbledore and with Michael Gambon, who is a really incredible actor anyways. So yeah, but I really love the leniency and how like he is protective of Harry, but he's very understandable, and he does give those influences to Harry because he knows Harry will be like his parents. They will do great things in order to stop the bad. So yeah, and they won't rest until, well, he won't rest until the threat is dismissed off. So yeah. So I really love Dumbledore so much, and he proved how much of a champion he was in this edition. Like I think he does anyways, but like there were just multitudes of reasons why Dumbledore was an absolute masterclass in my opinion for this movie. So yeah, I wanted to smack Malfoy. Honestly, he is a little bitch, and I can see him progressing in terms of character elevation. I can see that happening. He might go, like, especially as the actors get older, because I have noticed, like in this movie especially, they have gotten a bit older than the last movie, but and they got a bit older than the first movie. But I can see, of course, they're in school, but you get the idea that there's going to be this growth for Malfoy. I can see that happening. He might still be intolerable. Don't get me wrong, and I think that's always going to be within him. I feel like that's always going to be his characteristic. He is going to be a bit of an arsehole at times. I think that's what makes him stand out. Like, he is not just the rival to Harry, but he's also an arsehole. Whereas Hermione, Ron, they have their characteristics, and same with Malfoy. So yeah. But he is at a stage in his life where he's a bit more uncontrollable. And I think that's because of his father's influence. I think his petulance comes from Lucius. Because we saw in the last movie how petulant Lucius was, and in this movie as well, when Buckbeak was about to be executed, we have an idea about how Lucius was, like, he took Malfoy's word for it, and that's because Malfoy basically tried to use everything to his advantage. He wants to be on top of the world. He feels like he's superior to everyone else. So yeah, and like I said, I can see Draco evolving at this moment, though. And it was just glorious seeing Hermione just whack him one. So, yeah, he is a character. I think he's a character that people like. He gives this ammunition to the audience that hey, hate me, just throw everything you have at me. But I do feel like as the films go on, he's gonna evolve a lot more. So that's my gut feeling at this moment. And Lupin was a brilliant. I'm gonna miss him. I did suspect that there might be something off with him. But I'm glad that they didn't go to the route of, okay, well, he's full-blown evil. Rather than the fact that he is still a good teacher, like, even after the main juice of the meat was revealed, he's still a good teacher. Just, he turns into a werewolf, and that causes a bit of problems. They spoke about something about him needing a potion to kind of maintain the situation, and yeah, apart from that, he seems to be like a swell dude. And there was like a hot second where I was thinking, oh no, is he well, he was in cahoots with Sirius, but at that moment we didn't know the full shebang with Sirius, that he wasn't the criminal, that it was Peter Pettigrew. So, Pettigrew, should I say, Pettigrew. Yeah, at that moment we didn't know that it was him rather than Sirius. And so we thought, okay, well, they're partners in crime. So, yeah, and I just love how, though, that event just strung out, because Sirius was there, it's like, oh no, here we go, and then Harry was going for, like, vengeance. Lupin showed up, and we thought, oh no, they're partners in crime, and of course, you turn out to be so nice, so influential, you had a pleasant talk with Harry, and you turn out to be a complete see you next Tuesday. And then it was revealed, but it wasn't us. I did my waiting. It was actually Pettigrew who betrayed Lily and James, and yeah, not just that though, but he basically, well, it wasn't just the fact that he betrayed Harry's parents. He also had Sirius framed, and he couldn't do anything about it to rebel against. Like, he turned himself into a rat and spent all those years with Ron under the assumption that Sirius killed him, which explains that Sirius basically exploded him rather than with the exception of just a finger, because he turned himself into a rat. Nobody knew of his whereabouts because he was the rat. So, and Sirius basically took the heat because that was the assumption. So, yeah, and it's understandable why, because I think he said that, like, Sirius said, we had that really nice scene where Sirius said that you can live with us, and I was like rooting for that, because yes, have Sirius live with, have Harry live with Sirius, and it's great because he's the closest thing Harry has to family over the summer, rather than the stupid Dursleys. Now that Sirius's innocence has been proven. But he does take back that promise, it seems, but that's because he's on the run. He's just broken out of prison. At that moment when Sirius said, you can live with me, there was that hope that we can get all of this cleared. Peter can get the justice he deserves, but he escaped, obviously. So it's understandable why that kind of promise is broken, because at that moment, Sirius was in that hopeful element that Peter's going to get sentenced. Those 12 years I spent in Azkaban, they're finally going to see justice with Peter's Dementors getting the Dementor kiss, which I'm assuming is like the kiss of death, literally. So yeah, but I really loved Sirius, and I loved the aspect that we had him following Harry at the beginning, because I did suspect, like, what I loved was the seeds were being planted throughout the movies. Like, the lessons had some huge significance, and it was great because we had the animal, like the wizards being able to turn into animal. There was that lesson. There was also there was also what else was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Great. But we had that as a foreshadowing to Lupin, and yeah, it was really good stuff. But not just that though, but I started to speculate before Sirius showed up. What if those lessons are going to come back and what if those lessons are going to come back and prove to be a huge plot point? What if that dog was Sirius? He couldn't attack Harry at that moment because the bus was just around the corner and he's just escaped. So, you know, it's not like it would be a wise idea to attack right after you escaped. And then he kept seeing the figment of the dog, like especially in the Quidditch match. So I was thinking, okay, so what if he has turned into a dog and he's trying to get at Harry? So, yeah, but that wasn't the case, and it was the case. I think the surprising thing was, I don't know. Part of me feels like the dog being Sirius was meant to be obvious, and the whole rat situation with Peter being the rat was supposed to be the real, like, well, of course it was supposed to be the real plot twist, but like, I feel like the intention is, okay, let's lead them on with something obvious like Sirius is the dog, but when the full beans comes out, Peter being the rat is going to blow everyone's mind, because it certainly did with me. So I really feel like that was the thinking behind that aspect. So yeah, but I really liked this movie so much. There was a lot of tension going on. Like I said, the emotions were great. The dark theme worked really well, because I noticed how darker this film was compared to the last two movies, I feel. But it worked out favorably. Like, there might be some comments in certain movies, like the darkness doesn't really pave well for certain movies or certain TV shows. But it certainly did here, especially with, like, I don't think the Dementors siphoning Harry and Sirius as, I was going to say Cyrus for some reason, but their, like, life force, I don't think that could have worked well in any kind of situation. I think the darkness favored what was going on with the whole movie. So yeah. But it was just really good stuff. Yeah, I loved this, and I really love the idea that Sirius is like this like new hope for Harry, because with Harry, he's coming to terms on his parents' death and like maintaining the memories of them. And whilst he continues to grow, he's going to hold those memories, isn't he? So yeah, and it's going to be difficult all the time. Whilst you're still growing, it's always going to be difficult with the fact that you never got the chance to fully grow up with your parents. And I'm sure we're going to keep seeing Sirius over and over again. And that's the thing. Sirius is the closest thing to a father to Harry. And it's this blessing that Harry needs, because he's never really had a family. And they parallel so well. For those 12 years, Sirius served his time in Azkaban for something that he didn't deserve, for something that he was wrongfully punished of. Whereas Harry, he has been a prisoner of the Dursleys, and he is getting wrongful. Well, abuse is always wrong, but you get what I mean. He's not getting the affection that he should be getting. He like they are just. I mean, they're getting a bit lenient in these last couple of movies. But he is still getting tormented by the Dursleys. They are still exploiting him to no end, and it's really revolting. So they do parallel so much, and now Harry can look up to Sirius. So yeah, that's really, really good stuff. But I really liked this movie. There was a fun bit with the what was it called? Bogart, I think it was. The thing in the mirror, which did parallel the first movie, where we had that mirror which would see into your heart's desires, your happy memories, and in that, well, it was a closet, but it was still a nice parallel where it reflected on Thea, and there was that nice moment where you could defeat it with something fun. It was a nice sequence of events, and that's what I really loved. Like this movie had some really wholesome moments, but it was very dark as well. And like I said, I think the darkness really helped this movie, especially with the Dementors, with Sirius, all that jazz. So yeah, I really loved this movie, and I'm really excited to see if the fourth movie can top things off in terms of the quality. Like if this can be if the next movie is going to be a better movie than this movie, because this movie was just phenomenal stuff. Easily my favorite Harry Potter movie so far. And yeah, what can I say? I'm getting infatuated with this series. I'm really loving it. So I am slowly but surely becoming immersed. Like, the Dementors are the Harry Potter franchise, and I'm Harry Potter. I am it is slowly pulling me into its grasp, basically. So it was a shit analogy, but yeah. I really loved this though. Top quality stuff, and yeah, loved it so much. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!